everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, the passing game will be a focus. The Falcons are #1 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the Jaguars team that will need to avoid those turnovers.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons. They juked him. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go! Let's round! Ohio! Ohio! Let's round! Let's round! Let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Let's round!
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go!
Throwing here, Dobbs. Out left side here to Bryant. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on first down. They find some open field here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fresh set of downs here. And the slot man goes in motion left. On first and 10, Dobbs. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. So, the D-line's going to spread out. The tight end in motion right. Time running out here on the play clock. On first down, Dobbs to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Scott. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, buckle off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside.
He is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. But for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And here now come the Falcons. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Here we go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
A handoff to Fournette. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Jags grab it. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Black round. Black Ohio. Here we go. What? Ohio. 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 Black round. Black round. Come on, let's black round. Black round.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd down, Dobbs. And Bryant's got it over the middle. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now Dobbs steps away to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go. Ryan 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex Ohio. 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 Let's go. Ryan 38. Ryan 38.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Ohio. Flex round. Here we go.
Back to throw Dobbs. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And it's up and good. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Dobbs now on second down. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go.
And the wideout in motion.
Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Take 4.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, spinning away. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back near the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's long. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw now on 2nd and 10. Going for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Desmond Trufant. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
If they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Over the middle this time to Fowler. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Let's go! Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Fielded just inside the 30. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars.
And that jumps the excitement level up a few notches, doesn't it? What a big-time punt return for a touchdown. Now their cohorts on the special team side, they've got to add the PAT.
That would be the equalizer. Extra point attempt here still to come. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Again, it's Fournette. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
This is taken at the 10. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Now they try the right side here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down following the run. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll escape to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll look to throw. Now he's forced out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. 51 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. The Lions have scored again, widening their lead even further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Ohio!
They'll throw now on the final play. So we've hit halftime. And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's got some space here. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. He'll look to throw.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Dobbs. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive in the third quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go. Leopard. Let's go. Here we go. Leopard. Green, 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Dobbs being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Dobbs to throw. Staying on his feet. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Elsewhere around the NFL, they're in the 3rd quarter in Carson. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Here we go.
And he motions the wide receiver. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Uses the spin. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Scott. And now running right through it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A gain of 3, second down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw. He's going to air one out, and that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And the play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Falcons on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Play clock winding down. Dobbs is throwing. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. And the big tight end shifting around. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first, this from 41. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Jags are an extra point away from taking the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Time running out here on the play clock. Back to throw Dobbs. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back seven on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Here we go. Flex round. 38. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio. Ohio.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got room. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here, not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 4th now in Carson. And the Lions have scored again, widening their lead even further. A victory there would mean their 6th on the year. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice in the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Jaguars, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everybody.